kind of dovetails us and weaves us nicely to our final topic today, which is data points data points to cooling in the housing market this fall. Mortgage rates have been above 7% for a couple months, and I know we have ebbs and flows where certain days it kind of dips below for a minute, but it pops its head back up. We got problems on the 10-year yield because of bond pressure and basically central bank issues that are global. So it looks like available inventory is going to start slowing because on the chart that I gave you guys, the only year in the last 6 years that there was less inventory that there is now was in 2021. Yeah. And 2021, of course, is when everyone's thawing out from being on lockdown and working from home and life changing for everybody. And so every other year since 2017, there's been more inventory than there is right now. So we are at the gutter of inventory when it comes to the last 6 years, with the exception of 2021. And I think that spells trouble for people being able to get into homes. But I think that does signal that home prices are going to be healthy and that home equity we talked about in previous shows will continue to stay intact.
Yeah. And I tell you, relationships are so important right
100%.
now. 100%. You know, who you tie your raft to right now is going to be very crucial and important.
I think for this, what I was noticing right here is that every time since 2017, around September and October, it starts to come down. And I noticed that right here, it starts going on a downtrend, and into October is where we start seeing the least inventory, except for 2022, where it spiked up a little, only to come down at the end of the year. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the same case this year, just because we've been seeing inventory even lower than last year. So I expect that to start sharply dropping down as we head into September and October, because I mean the data doesn't lie.
Yeah. I wrote a little note here. I said the fall starts in the fall.
Yeah.
The fall of that curve that you're pointing out there, Brian, kind of around that August, September, October mark is where it does start, curbing a little bit, less inventory. And here's what's funny about that is I know from all the years of doing real estate that there's actually really good sales that happen during the month of November and December.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are walking into homes that are listed for sale and envisioning the home in its like celebratory environment where people are
Christmas
having Thanksgiving,
lights.
they have Christmas, it's holiday season. And so on one hand, you go, okay, if I'm a seller, gosh, I don't want to move during the holidays. But if I'm a buyer, you're walking into a setting and an environment that illustrates the kind of home environment you're hoping to have and why you would want to buy a house. So for sellers who are looking to sell in November or December, you're going to have a pretty good crack at it this year because there will be less inventory and you still have people in the market that are qualified that are looking for your home.
Yeah, and I feel a lot of people it's going to be a good time as well to be able to cash in at the last end of the year. I know a lot of people are going to need it. So, hey, that's also another big motivator.
Yeah. Hey, buy your turkey now.
Yeah.
Freeze it. Remember, we're running out of eggs here for a while too. So you never know what's going to happen.
I actually started raising a turkey last year.
Oh, good.
Yeah. His name's Santi and he's one.
And I actually already started for the one next year.
He's the cooker.
I also, in this same article, guys, saw that, there's 10% fewer homes on the market now than there were in 2022. The new pending sales entering into the market is slowing down. Time on the market is super low. And you have price cuts happening. And price cuts happening, I would say, situationally and also seasonally. It does seem that there's a pattern for price cuts. I know that what's behind that is the situation or the circumstance that the family or the homeowners are facing. And it's not just price cuts for the sake of price cuts. It's not just market pressure or policy. It does have a little seasonality to it as well. And I think that we're going to see that. Even with the inventory that we have, I'm not talking steep price cuts of 10, 20%. I'm talking 2%, 2.5%. It is not a lot.
Yeah. All the data we used to get in the past years, like, all right, spring break's here. We're going to see more inventory. All of it's been false in 2023. Everything. I don't even know what to say anymore. What I thought I knew, I don't know. It's like, I'm confused.
Yeah, it used to be kind of like you just kind of trust that this type of year, this kind of thing happens. Yeah, and that's been changed. That is different. The things you would accept as norms during the spring and summer have not exactly panned out that way, which is I think it's caught my attention. It's made me a little bit more aware of what's going on and a little more data reliant too, and leaning onto, okay, what's it actually showing? And then go upstream. Where's this coming from? What are the reasons that it's happening this way? Why is this arriving at my desk in my inbox at this juncture? What's the original cause?
I think that's the question everybody should be asking, because you hear all this information all over the news. You'll see it on Facebook. You'll see it all over social media, but no one stops and asks, but why? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Everybody's just like, oh no, it's because that's happening. Okay, yeah, we all know that, but why?
Yeah.
And that's where I feel, the root of everything is asking the right questions to get the right answers.
Yeah.
It just seemed like before you would just need to have that information. It would be just right in front of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's such a global economic issue that everything gets affected. You know, it's like a little ripple when you throw that rock into the water and you see like a little ripple and it just starts spreading. That's how it seems to be right now. You have to be paying attention to everything else that's not just going on here. China, we got Russia doing its currency, Ukraine with their, like all these things are just like, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
I just don't even watch the news.
No, that's not going to help you.
Yeah,
but watching this show will help everyone who does. So,
thank goodness Andy does all the research.
No. It's a collective effort, guys.